Modern SecOps needs automation to work efficiently, and this video describes how you can use Power Automate to do just that. In this example, our SecOps sees a lot of infrequent country alerts, and a good number of them are legitimate activities. To save time, I'll use Power Automate to triage these alerts so we can focus on just the threats. My criteria for resolving these alerts is that the user has an out-of-office message turned on and is not at high risk. If both are true, I'll assume it's legitimate travel and mark the alert as resolved. In either case, we'll post notifications in Microsoft Teams. We'll connect Power Automate to Microsoft Cloud App Security to create our automation. And to do that, we'll need an API token. Those are in Security Extensions in Settings. Add a token, give it a descriptive name so you remember it later, and select Generate. Save the token because you'll never see it again. Here, I'll do the cooking show thing to get the flow started, and then pull a completed flow out of the oven to give you a proper tour. First, create an automated flow, which uses a trigger, like an alert, to get things started. Then, name your flow and select when an alert is generated by using the Cloud App Security connector. This is the trigger that will get everything started. To finish connecting it to Cloud App Security, paste the API token you created earlier. Now, we just need some actions. The first will be to get the user's profile from Office 365. This step requires the UPN or email address of a user, and the Cloud App Security connector just happens to provide that in the compromised entity value. Now, the user's profile information will be available in the remaining steps of our flow. It's really that simple to build automations in Power Automate. I encourage you to see the documentation to learn more about it. In the meantime, I'll pull the rest of the flow out of the oven to explain it. The entire flow, beginning to end, has 7 steps. The first step is the trigger that kicks everything off, and the second step gets the user's profile information from Office 365. After that, the Get Manager Info for User action works like the previous step. It just requires the UPN or email address, and it returns information about that person's manager. I'll use that information later when we post notifications in Microsoft Teams. The next 2 steps simply get the out-of-office message from the user's mailbox and looks up the user in Azure Active Directory Identity Protection to get the account's risk level. An out-of-office message and a risk level other than high are my conditions for resolving infrequent travel alerts automatically. And now, we're getting to the fun part: composing the content and layout of our Teams message. We post it later in the flow. It uses values from the Cloud App Security, Office 365, Azure AD Identity Protection, and Outlook connectors to create a meaningful and detailed message. Which leads me to the choice our flow must make. If the user has an out-of-office message turned on and the risk level is not high, the flow will perform the If Yes steps on the left. Otherwise, it'll perform the If No steps. In the first case, the flow automatically resolves the threat as benign and adds a comment to it. Following that, it posts a message to the Alerts channel in the SOC team that says the alert was automatically resolved, followed by the details we composed earlier. If either condition is not true, the If No step on the other side simply posts the alert to the same channel without resolving it. The last step is to connect a Cloud App Security alert policy to the flow. The Activity from Infrequent Country policy is built in, and we've connected it to our flow by choosing to send alerts to Power Automate and selecting the flow we created earlier. Of course, seeing is believing. The Activity from Infrequent Country alert in this incident triggered our flow, which automatically resolved the alert and posted a message in the SOC team. Using Power Automate with Microsoft 365 Defender can help reduce the time doing repetitive work, so you can spend more time hunting and investigating real threats. To learn more, see our documentation on Microsoft Docs.